Good evening, everyone. Uh, Thank you for joining in on our webinar, Tech Talk Talks Day. We really appreciate you being here again. So, Catherine, thank you. She has really said it all. We can go straight into the demo now and we'll be very, very informed. But then, quick question. Catherine is a project manager with Ha-Shem. Hello?
Hello.
Okay. I think there's a background noise or someone saying something. But it's fine. So, like I said, Catherine is a project manager with Ha-Shem. So I'd like to ask her a quick question. Catherine, are you there?
Yes, Dean, I'm here.
Okay. So as a project manager, what would you call a comprehensive management tool?
Okay, thank you for your question. Okay, as a project manager, I would personally, I would love to have a central hub where I can oversee and manage all my tasks for the day and basically have a seamless work process and a smooth flow. That's it for me.
Fine. So really that explains it. That puts the icing on the cake, because this is what Windows Admin Center give you, and this is what we'll be discussing about. I'll be showing you a few demos. I'll be showing you a few things that you can leverage on when you use Windows Admin Center. So thank you, Catherine. So without further delay, let's just move straight to our agenda. And this is me. I am Dean Adekunle, a cloud security engineer with Ha-Shem, and a technology enthusiast, cybersecurity guy. I like to talk tech, anything tech, innovations, inventions, artificial intelligence, and the cloud. And my workloads is Microsoft Azure, Office 365, Sophos, and the likes. So this is my Twitter handle at Major and LinkedIn. So we can connect, we can talk, and we can share ideas if you're interested, really. Thank you. So today, Catherine already gave us a definition. She told us what it's going to do for us, how we can leverage on it, and what it empowers us with. But because I have a number of IT pros in the house also, I know they want to see the power it gives them, and they want some technicality when it comes to it also. So first off, as a foundation, I'll tell us what Windows Admin Center is, in addition to what Catherine has already said. Then with Windows Admin Center, you have a number.
Sorry, Dean.
Okay.
Hello, Dean. Sorry,
Yes.
it's like your slide is not changing and it's not on slideshow, so I don't know if that's peculiar to me, but that's what I can see. It's not changing, and it's not on slideshow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I would stop and share.
Please do.
I'll just.
Thank you.
So let me share again. Share my old desktop. So going to. So please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, I can. It's better now. Thank you.
It's better now, right? All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Catherine. So like I was saying, I'll discuss the installation options you have with Windows Admin Center. And going forward with these engagements, I'll be referring to Windows Admin Center as WAC, mostly just for simplicity and quick discussions. Then also, I'll be talking about the security aspect. So when I know most of us would like to know how it's secured, then this is where the managing of access and permission comes in. Then also, we'll be looking into some of the management tools you can leverage on when it comes to Windows Admin Center. And finally, we'll discuss the benefits, because talking to the management also about this, we need to be able to present some benefits that it gives the organization. So that's what we're talking. And don't be surprised I did not add any demo slides to this, because I'll be going back and forth with slide and demo instead of talking and showing you a demo. So with the slides, I'll move into demo, slides, move into demo. I hope it's informative. Yeah, thank you. So first off, what is Windows Admin Center? What is WAC? So like you can see, I do not have a definition, but not to worry, definitions can pop up in a few minutes. But then this is the architecture. This is what Windows Admin Center looks like. So if I zoom, so this is what we start from. So this is Windows Admin Center. Catherine already mentioned you do not require internet. So no dependency on anything, internet or Azure, you do not need them. But you can also use them if you want to, but it is not a dependency. Then you do not need the internet, like you can see. You can access it from anywhere. All you need to do is just publish your DNS, open the firewall. Windows Admin Center uses 6516. So once you allow traffic from that inbound traffic, you're fine and you're good to go. But also, this is where you can even leverage your application proxy. In one of our webinars, we discussed what application proxy does. So with application proxy also, you can access your Windows Admin Center console from anywhere. You don't have to be in your on-premise environment. So this is what it looks like. So from your client browser, we also discussed that it is client-based, browser-based. So from your client's browser, you connect to your Windows Admin Center. This is where it is installed. Let me switch to laser pen. Okay, this is where it is installed. In this situation, in this scenario, it is installed on a gateway server, but then you can install it on your client's machines. That's your Windows 10 machine. It supports only Windows 10. So this is my on-premise environment. This is my machine. I'm using it to connect to the gateway where my WAC is installed on, and I'm using it to manage all of my server environments. So it supports two browsers for now. It supports your Edge and your Chrome. Other browsers are not tested yet, but then with Edge and Chrome, you can do unlimited tasks and administrative stuff. Then also, it's lightweight. You don't require IIS, you don't require SQL, you don't require AD. If you do not have an Active Directory environment, you can install WAC on your workgroup environment and you're good to go also. And no agent is also required because it's integrated with your Windows Server. It's integrated with either you're installing it on your client or gateway server. It works fine and it's perfectly designed. You additional administrative features like managing your HCI, your hyperconverged infrastructures, and the likes. But then you can also manage your Windows Server 2012 and 2012 R2 and 2008 R2. For 2008 R2, you have limited features, and also if you want to manage all of these servers, also you need to download and install the Windows Management Framework 5.1 for you to have all of this. Then finally, this is how Windows WAC manages your infrastructure. It uses PowerShell or your WMI over WinRM. So this is what is just required. This is the basic architecture. So in addition to what Catherine has just said, it's locally deployed, it's browser-based. You can manage your Windows servers, your hyper-converged infrastructure, that's your HCI, your Hyper-V, as well as even your Windows 10 PCs. So it's not just servers here. We're going to see what that looks like. Then it is free also. And something else we should note that it complements other Microsoft management applications like your house, your system center, your system center, virtual machine manager. So it doesn't replace them, it just helps you complement them. But Microsoft also intend to use Windows Admin Center to replace your MMC and your server manager going forward. But for now, it still just complements them. Also, it is lightweight and you do not require internet access. So let's see what Windows Admin Center even is. So let me just, this is also a screenshot that shows what it does and the tools that it complements. Also, it supports your hybrid environment or your cloud environment. and it's good for large scale. It's also perfect for your small scale environment, so you don't have to do so much to leverage on Windows Admin Center. So let me quickly go to the demo. Like I said, it's going to be demo slide, demo slides, demo slide. So I want to show us, I have installed Windows Admin Center on a Windows 10 machine. This is my Windows 10. As you can see, it also supports your build has to be from 1708, yeah, 1708 upward. So this is my Windows 10 machine, and I've installed Windows Admin Center. Also, like we said, it's lightweight, so you are using approximately 70 MB. What you get after you install it, and this is it. So now what we'll just do is launch Windows Admin Center, and this is it. So this is what Windows Admin Center interface looks like, and you had your machine managed. So we have servers, we have Windows PCs, that's your Windows 10 machines, workstations. You can also manage your clusters. If you have your servers in the clusters or your Azure stack, you can manage them. All you need to do is hard. You can even create new clusters if you want to. Then we already, the slide I showed last was showing us how it also supports your cloud environment. So if you have your VMs on Azure, you can also add those VMs here and manage them also. So before we go into adding your workstations and managing them, let's quickly go back to the slide. So let's quickly go back to the slide. Sorry. I need to get this thing off. Okay. Okay. So back to the slide. We said complement all of these tools you would traditionally use. So when we go to setting up Windows Admin Center, you have a number of installation options. But before then, I know for those of us that already have Windows Server 2019 in our environment, have any of us is even curious enough to, I know that when you launch your server manager, you get this pop-up that says, try the new Windows Admin Center. Have any of us tried to click on the link and even see what it talks about? I doubt, because most of us are always in a hurry to do one or two things. That's why we are logged onto the server and other things. So we would not even take a chance. So number of installation options we have. For me, I am installing it on a local client. That's my Windows 10. Also, I said earlier, you can have it on a gateway server. This is suitable for an enterprise environment. Then also you have it on a managed server, or you want it or the failover cluster for high availability. So this is what it looks like. This is Windows Admin Center installed on a client like I have done, and I'm using it to manage my server infrastructure and my Windows 10 machines. So Windows 10 machines doesn't mean you have to manage all of it. It's like I said earlier, it complements your SCCM. So your SCCM has more functions, and you can do more with your SCCM. So with this, it's just probably one or two Windows 10 PCs you feel you need to quickly do something. We'll show that in the demo when we move forward. But also for an enterprise environment, you want to, it's best you have it installed on a gateway, because you can also access it from anywhere, and anybody in your administrative unit can log on to your Windows Admin Center console and manage your servers. But with the clients, local clients, it's just nobody else can have access to it. It's just you. But when you have you can have log on to it also and manage your infrastructure. And also you have managed server. So this is a member server also. You can install it here and continue managing. Or you want to have it in an high availability environment, you can install it on the failover cluster, so it's always available and for resilience to manage your environment. So these are the four scenarios. Anyone that suits you is just perfect. And also for better advice about your installation option, Ha-Shem is the right partner to reach out to. Sales team would be ready to talk to you. And moving forward, let's explain what that even means. So I said, when you install it on a client, it's good for small scale because it's just on a Windows 10 machine and it's just you. But in an enterprise environment, you want to use the gateway server or the managed server or the failover cluster to manage your server infrastructure. So before we go to the access, let's quickly go to our demo and see what we've got. Okay, this is Windows Admin Center. So I have Windows Admin Center. I have added some of these servers. I've added 2 servers here. This is my domain controller, and this is my Nexted virtual Nexted VM because I want it has my virtual machines on it. I'll choose how to manage our virtual machines too. Then let's quickly add. I have 2 virtual machines, and I want to add one more. So you have number of options. You can add one. You can import from CSV if you want to, and you can search your Active Directory. I'll just search my Active Directory, and I think I have DC02. Then I click on search, and this is DC02. I click on it, and I had it for management. Also, I think I have a web server also I'd like to manage. I click on it also and search my Active Directory, and I think my web server name is Ha-Proxy. But then I search, this is it. I click on it, then I had it. So easy peasy. And to see what's going on, I click on the Active Directory and it opens because I have already there are some background things you have to do. I already authenticated because you need your credentials also for authentication. We're going to talk about that when we go to the security slide, the manage access and the likes. And I have administrative right on this server also. So let me even show us what that. This is my settings. As you can see, this is what I'm signed in as. Yeah, I can also sign into my Azure account from here if I need to manage my Azure infrastructure also. So I might need to grant access and the likes. Yeah. Okay, I have this guy, and I'll just do this quickly. That's if I remember. Okay. I think I remember. So I'm granting access to my Azure environment, so I'll be able to manage my Azure. So this is me signed in as administrator to my on-premise environment. So let's go back to Windows Admin Center and I click on it again. I'm connected. So this is what I can do here. It supports your hybrid environment. So you have your Azure hybrid services. I can integrate. I can, on my Active Directory, I have limited functions, but then I can do a number of things on my AD. So I want to show something also. This is what your AD looks like on premise, right? This is what it looks like on premise. It's traditional. You have to have computers, IT. You create OUs, and you have to be honest. It's not pretty, but then it's pop up. Okay, but then with Windows Admin Center, even though I cannot do as much, but I can easily create a user here. You can create a user, a SAM account name, give it a password also, a given name, first name, last name. Then the whole U I want this user to be. I can select an whole U here also sorry, quick. Sorry, give me a minute, please. All right. So you can select an organization unit you want it to be. So you want to save this, and so I created a number of users anyway, and let me show you what that looks like here. So if I click on browse, this is my OUs. You want to compare this to a traditional Active Directory you have. It looks different. If I click on IT, this is the OUs I have under IT. If I click on the IT group, this is my group, and if I have a number, this is an ATA user I have. This is Major Kelvin. She's a user. I can quickly disable this user from here. I can reset this user password, or I can check on this user's properties, and if I need to modify anything here, I can modify what I want to modify. I can prevent this user from accidental deletion. I can set an expiration date for account expiration date if I need to check a membership. She's under the IT group. So this is what you can do with Windows Admin Center. I can also see the sales team. I can, like I said earlier, I can create a group and create an OU. So even though it's limited, but at least you're able to get a number of options to work with, because apparently this is what you work with mostly when it comes to your Active Directory, creating users, checking the user information and the likes. So before we go back to other management tools you have, let's quickly go back to our slide. So about security, we are always curious, and we always want to know what security gives us when it comes to technology, and we would always also like to know how much it helps secure our environment. So for Windows Admin Center, if you are installing it on a client machine, what you are assumed responsible for the security because it is stored on your PC, and you're responsible for allowing people to log onto your PC and use Windows Admin Center. So this gateway access is not for you. This is when you're installing it on a gateway server. So you can set a gateway administrator or a gateway user. You can restrict it. So anybody you don't give access to it would not be able to access the gateway, let alone the WAC, the Windows Admin Center. But then, even though you have installed it on your Windows 10 machine, you have the hardback access. You can restrict. You have administrator, whereby you give someone an administrative role on a machine, and they are able to take privilege tags and the likes. Or you have the readers, whereby they are able to log on, but then they would not be able to edit or do anything with elevated privileges because they did not have. Then you have the Hyper-V administrator, whereby they will be able to manage your Hyper-V environments if you have anyone installed. Also, to manage your access, you can use your identity provider option via your Active Directory or the local machine group, or even your Azure AD. Once you integrate it with Azure AD, you can restrict access to it. Also, I'm showing you what that looks like here. Then other options you have, you can create conditional access with multi-factor authentication. WAC supports your smart card authentication if you currently use smart card, and you also can make do with single sign-on. So let me show you what that looks like. So this is when I go to, this is my Active Directory. So the good thing about installing it on the gateway is you can restrict access from the gateway point and also restrict access from the machine end also. So because I have it on the Windows 10, it's not a gateway. I only have the RBAC option for me. So I can set up RBAC option. Like you can see, I have the WAC administrators, the Hyper-V administrator, and the readers. All I need to do here is apply, and I'm good. And I can restrict remote desktop. I'm going to show us what that looks, because from Windows Admin Center, you can actually remote desktops to your servers if you need to. So do I want an RDP access or remote desktop access to the server, I can restrict that. I can even have my Power configurations and Azure stacks and the likes. So let me close this. It's trying to connect to Azure. So that's number of options we have. And if I so quickly also, let me go to my Azure Active Directory. So this is my Azure Active Directory. I can also choose to authenticate users from here. And if I search for Windows Admin Center, okay, Windows. Windows Admin Center. Sorry, let me go back. Okay, fine. So Windows Admin Center. Yeah. So this is Windows Admin Center. You see my application ID. I'm not worried if you have two Windows Admin Center here. And you can see the ports that I just spoke about that you need to, your firewall rule, you need to make an exception for. The application ID is where you get to see the correct one because I did it like twice. So when you click on the your Windows Admin Center application, you can add users or group you want to be able to have access, which I've done here. My administrator and the adequately dean, which is what I use to log on to Azure. And I spoke about application proxy also. You can set it up here if you want to access it from anywhere. And you know, Microsoft does a great job when it comes to auditing, saying your signing activities, those that have signed in, where they are signing in from, and to enable you make reports also. Then I said something about that conditional access also. You can create a conditional access restricting users access to Windows Admin Center or requiring MFA from them when you try to access it. So you can do that also. But I'll not be showing us what that looks like because of time. I need to get this off. I want to also show us something. Windows Admin Center. Okay. So I already showed us what the security settings look like. If you remember, Catherine mentioned extensions also. So we have a number of extensions here. The reason why you were able to see Active Directory there was because I installed the extensions. We are going to come back to extensions fully, but I want to show us when it comes to internet access you can restrict access. So this says how much access to the internet, how much access to the internet do you want to give Windows Admin Center? Do I want to give it full for only Azure services or no internet access? So you can also do this to restrict how people connect to it also. Then I spoke about your application ID. If you're unsure, you can always come here to see application ID and directory ID. So let me go back to the slide. So this is like the bulk of what we are going to discuss today. I'm going to the end of the slide. This is the management. So Windows Admin Center, you can see your performance monitor. You can narrow the PA. You can even do simple migrations. You can migrate your VMs to different nodes, to different clusters, and you can import your VMs also. You can manage your virtual switches. You can also do a file explorer, Powershell. So let's talking. Let me go to this guy, and this is Windows Admin Center. I'll refresh this guy and click here. So if you also remember, I was asking Catherine how she would like to manage things. So let me go back to Active Directory first. She said she'd like to have it in a single console, so you don't have to open different tabs or open different applications. This is what Windows Admin Center gives you. This is an overview of my Active Directory server, my domain controller rather. So, for instance, this is because I am running it on Azure. If it was on on-premise, I would have seen my server names. I'd have seen something even more explanatory because of the extension, which is what I'm going to go to later. But I would have seen more information about my physical server. So this is the domain is joined to the operating system is running the version, and my CPU usage I can see, and my memory, and like I can also I can have my Azure backup. I can from here I can manage it. I can just set it up, and I'll continue managing it. And I have my Azure file sync also. I can set up to sync my file server to Azure. Also, I have the certificates too. Yeah, I can see my certificates. I can see the expired ones. I can manage them. I can see the certificates on the local machine, which is this. I can see all the certificates. I can also see the expired ones if I need to. So these are my certificates. I can click on any of these certificates and renew them if I need to, or request the certificates, which is easier. We know how we used to have to do that, but now Windows Admin Center gives us a very simplified view. And I can see the devices. Yeah, also I can choose to update devices if I need to from Windows Admin Center, and I can see their status also. Then my events viewer, it comes easy with Windows Admin Center. I can see my application events, system events also. If I need to do any troubleshooting or see any errors, I can do that from here also. Then I was talking about the files. So the cool thing is from Windows Admin Center, I can copy and paste, I can upload files, I can delete files also. So I created this folder, WAC files. I can create a new folder here also. I can say webinar, and it's going to be created on my machine also. I can do setup sharing on this folder. If I need to share the folder, I can download a file also. I can upload if I need to a file. From here, I do not have to remote to it. I can see the properties of my folder also. Let me check it and say prop. I can share if I need to. So all of this is what Windows Admin Center. This folder is shared with Jane. I can share with Mary J. I think her name is Mary J. So I can add it if I need to. So also I can set my firewall rules, install apps. I can remove apps from here also. And you have your PowerShell. And also Windows Admin Center supports scripting. I can easily just script. You have some you can script if you want to. There are some predefined scripts here you can copy and paste if you need to also. So this is performance monitor, it said earlier. But then where I'm going to is I can perform schedule tasks, see my roles and features, and do any if I want to. So this is my storage, and I can perform updates also on my machines if I need to. So Windows Admin Center is also sensitive enough to know that you don't have a particular extension to work. I can easily click to install it. So that's how intelligent Windows Admin Center is. So that's more of an overview, but let's go back to our slide. And before we go back to our slide, I want to show us what it looks like to manage your VMs with Windows Admin Center. Because of time, I might not show us what it looks like to manage your Windows 10 PC also. So this is overview, obviously. So because I have a nested VM and I have virtual machines on it, so I can easily do my migration from here, my storage migration. I can, it's coming up here. With just 3 steps, I can migrate from an old server to a new server, which is seamless. So I created a job here. I just need to select the server I want to migrate to, insert credentials, and I do some underlying configurations. Yeah, for those ones, you might need some technical expertise like Ha-Shem to run that. So, but these are my virtual machines because I have virtual machines. So Windows Admin Center is it will work. It's going to, for IT pros, they are really going to appreciate its features because they would have 100 of servers, 100 of VMs to manage. So the Windows Admin Center help them. So this is a summary of my virtual machine environment. CPU, my memory usage, but they are shut down right now. And this is inventory. I have 3, so I can easily just start them from here. And also, if I want to move any virtual machine, I can quickly do that from here. I can move it, and it tells me, do I want to move it to a server or failover cluster? I can easily just move it from here. Also, I can import or export any of my I can import VM if I have any I need to import to the server, or I can export this VM also. Yeah, so I just need to look for where it's stored, and I select the VHD. I think it's virtual machines, but without wasting our time. You know, but then you can select and install. Don't want to waste our time. So another thing I want to show us before we go back to the slide is you can manage your virtual switches. And also, I forgot, you can easily create your virtual machines from here. So let's see. I can add a new virtual switch if I want. So I have just one here. I can easily add. We remember how we used to have to use our my Hyper-V manager to do this. It's seamless with Windows Admin Center. Yeah, I want to show us how easy it is to add a new VM. So we can also see the CPU usage, the memory pressure. I can easily just create a new VM here, give it a name. What generation do I want? The processor, the network I want it to be connected to. I only have one virtual switch, and I click on create, and easy peasy. That's it. I can from here also just connect to the server. I can connect to the server. I can shut it down. I can do what I would have done on that server. And also, like I said, if you have an HCI environment, I can connect to the server using RDP. I would have loved to show us this on, okay, but still. So for me, I'm even doing my RDP session. I don't have to RDP, and it's also secured. It creates a self-signed certificate, and I need to sign in also. So I need to have an administrative right on the machine I'm trying to RDP to. I'll probably use the wrong password. Okay, so let me connect again. And without wasting time, let me do that here. So to easily just create an RDP session, I can do that here using the RDP session option. Let's connect. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is me RDP into the server. It's the VM. It's a VM, so I don't have to log into the host, and I have to log in. It's domain joined. And input my password. I don't know which password this is for. Okay. So I'm logging in as local administrator here. So this is me logged on to this VM. So from here also I can see things that I need to see and the likes. Yeah, and also before we go back to the slide, let me show us the number of extensions also. So I remember this is IIS is an extension, and because of it's sensitive to know that on this, if I have a machine that has IIS already installed, I'll be able to use the IIS extension. So I can easily just click on it, then my IIS comes out and I'm able to, sorry. So as you can see, IIS is not installed on this VM, on this machine. So it's requiring me to install IIS. So I can easily just click on it to install it. But I don't want to, instead of installing it, let me show you the extensions. So these are the extensions. So like I said, you have an on-premise environment, you have physical servers. Catherine already also said that Microsoft provides a SDK for you to develop your own extensions. You can easily just do that. If I had an Dell EMC server, all I need to do is download and install this extension. It gives me an holistic view of what my server looks like. I can easily troubleshoot. It gives me alert notification if I have an issue with one of my digs, or I need to replace a digs, or I have some kind of hardware issues. This is well integrated. This is well integrated. I can easily install DNS, DHCP. You can see other OEMs also, Fujitsu, HP, Lenovo, NEC, NCE. Then I can easily install my Windows Server Storage Migration Service, which I showed us earlier, and I have Azure Admin Security Center. Also, it supports containers. You can manage your containers from here, and your clusters also. If I had a cluster, I can easily click here. And besides, you can see I'm on Server Manager right now because this is my servers. So this is Server Manager. I can easily switch and say Computer Management. It's going to show me only my Windows 10 PCs, which are these. I can click on it to manage my Windows 10 infrastructure also. If I need to manage something else, I can, or I need to connect and do something on Azure with my Cloud Shell. I'll just switch and go to my Azure Cloud Shell. If I have a cluster I need to manage, I'll just click on it and I'm done with it. And that's how simple and how easy it is to use. So without further ado, let me go back to the slide. Okay. So showed us a number of, showed us all of these things. Anyway. So in the summary of what I just said, okay, I did not show us how the performance monitor works, but I might quickly just show that. And it supports Server Core also. So you can install the new Hedge right now. You can install Hedge on your Server Core and use it to manage your Windows Admin Center. So it even creates a smaller footprint for you. You don't have to install the whole GUI experience on your Server Core environment. You can do that. And can add connections, your Azure connection. I'll show you a quick one on that. Then files, data. I said earlier, you can have your WinRM over HTTP if you want to have more. These are improvements Microsoft made. And for your server roles, you can manage your Hyper-V, which is what I showed. Cluster, if you have your cluster, if you have an HCI environment, your storage space direct, your SDN, software-defined networking, IIS, DNS, users and groups. For hybrid, your file share, storage replica, your Azure monitor, you can use all of this, even just create a cloud weakness with the admin center. Then also I spoke about the extensions when we talk about where I spoke about HPE servers, your Dell servers, your Fujitsu, and the likes. So also, before I talk about the benefits, let me show us quickly. No, my time is almost up, but let me quickly just show us. Let me switch to server. connect to this ASAP. So my performance monitor, yeah, I said I want to show you. So I can quickly create a workspace. Yeah, I can add counters. I can say that I want to see objects, processors. I can search easily. Yeah, I want to see processor usage. Oh shit, processor. Okay, what instance? I want to see all. Um, counters. I want to see the percentage and I want it to be in a line graph. So you can have something like this and you can see it's already coming in. You can add more. And as well, you can save. You can see this time. You might want to see. You might want to compare it to your memory usage. Also, you can easily do that with Azure with the performance monitor. Also, what else did I say I want to show before we go back to this slide? Did I say installed applications? If I have installed applications here, I have it connect. I can quickly click on it and uninstall. So you can also use this to monitor unwanted applications you have on your servers. Also, what do I have here? I want to show before we go to the slide. So what is that? So yeah, showed us Powershell part also. So let me just, you can not have enough of Windows Admin Center. And if you want to know more about Windows Admin Center, do not hesitate to engage Ha-Shem. Would be more than glad to discuss with you about Windows Admin Center. So finally, what are the benefits? With what I've just showed, what are the benefits to stand to enjoy Windows Admin Center? The functionality is familiar. It's not something you have to go back and study about. It's easy to use, like you have seen. You can manage it from anywhere. I told you earlier that it complements other solutions. It doesn't replace them yet, but Microsoft is adding more and more functions to it. I can deploy my hyperconverged and failover cluster also. And I can also use it for migration, like I showed you, node to node, cluster to node, servers to a cluster. So you can also do that, and I can integrate it with my Azure here. I remember, and there's the extensions I talked about. So just to wrap things up, I'm done. I'm sorry, I apologize. I remembered something now. Here, Azure integration. So let me go back. So like I said, you can easily add your Azure servers. So if I need to add my Azure, it's just going to require me to sign in. Once I am signed in, let me use another account. Please, you can take down your questions because I'm done. If you have questions for me, once you are signed in, your subscription, all you need to do is select your subscription, and from your resource group, it pops out automatically, and you add what you want to add to it. So let me not restart time that we said 1 hour already. That's it. That's it, Windows Admin Center. Please, if you have questions, just let me know. Thank you, Catherine. You can.
Thank you very much for that wonderful session. Sorry, our time is almost. At this point, we're taking questions. If you have questions or you need further information on some of the things being as mentioned, please feel free. Ask your questions. So if you have comments, please go ahead with it. Or you can drop it on the chat window, pick it up from there and ask in the question. Thank you. Do you have questions, clarification? Okay, so I have a question on the chat window here. I'll just read it out quickly. Chime is asking, can we have use cases for Windows Admin Sorry, can we have use cases for Windows Admin Center for organizations that already have System Center? Then please answer that question.
Yes, yes, you can. I said earlier that it complements all of these solutions. So you can also have Windows Admin Center, even if you have your SCCM or your System Center. You can have Windows Admin Center. It doesn't obstruct any. Yeah, you can.
Thank
And
you.
also, it's free. So you are not paying extra for licensing. It works with your already. All you need to do is the machine having your Windows Server license or your Windows 10 license. You don't need additional license.
Okay, thank you. He's also asking, can WAC manage VMware systems?
Yes, anywhere you have your virtual machine in your infrastructure, WAC manages. The only exception is if you have your Linux servers. For now, it doesn't support Linux, but I believe Microsoft is looking into that. But it manages all your VMs and your servers.
Okay, thank you, Dean. Thank you, Mr. Chimi, for your questions. I hope Dean was able to answer you. And please, if we have further questions, we can ask. Almost running out of time. So please, if you have questions, kindly ask. Okay, I believe we are all satisfied with this session. In the absence of no further questions, I want to say a very big thank you to everyone that has been on the call and have been with us all through our sessions. To say thank you very much, and we hope to see you all the time for our Thursday post-COVID-19 lockdown strategy, Thursday Tech Talk. I did mention, if you need more information on what you heard today on how to reimagine server management with Windows Admin Center, please feel free to reach out to us on sales@ha-shem.com, or you can contact any of our representatives you are in contact with. We will be happy to reach out to you and support you in any way you need. And also, I have the link to our social media handles on the chat window. Please follow us, like us, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be well informed for sessions like this. Also, I have a link on the chat window to a short survey. Please kindly let us know how we're doing so that we can make necessary adjustments. Thank you, everyone, once again. Thank you for your time. And we hope to see you on our Tuesday security talk also by 5 to 6 p.m. Our marketing team will be reaching out to you as usual so that you can know the topic for the Tuesday Tech Talk. Thank you, everyone, once again, and do enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you. Bye for now.
Yeah, bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dean.